How's it going, guys? It's Fan here today, and today we have a very unique video. By the way, let me introduce our special guest and one of my best friends. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's windlighthub here back with another, well, not my video, just back in another video, and it's not the podcast. Yeah.
I mean,
At least-
we'll find a way to get it on your channel if you want it. But anyhow, basically, we need to talk about some shit that's going on with Suicide Squad and a couple reasons why you should go see it and support it. Now, you guys know last time I did this with Batman vs Superman, and I kind of fucked up on that. But me and Wind have a lot of hope in this movie. So, you want to give a few reasons why you want to go, like why people should see it and people should have faith in it.
Well, before I really get into the reasoning, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this because this is what I tell a lot of people. I had more hope for Suicide Squad than I did for Batman v Superman. When I first actually saw the way Suicide Squad looked, like I think the first official trailer, not the teaser, because I was like, that looks kind of dark, but then we get to see this like little trailer thingy, and I'm like, whoa, it actually looks kind of cool. I had more hope for it than I did with Batman v Superman, because during that time, Batman v Superman kind of messed up, because you remember with the whole Doomsday thing, right?
Yeah,
that reveal that they didn't show.
much.
And then with me, I didn't have hope for Batman v Superman, period, mostly because I am not into Zack Snyder movies, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't that into Watchmen, I wasn't that into, what's another one he made?
I think Man of Steel was awesome.
Sucker Punch. Yeah, Man of Steel, obviously, that one. And I think the only good movie that he made, this is just me, was probably, what was it called? 300.
Yeah.
And
people keep
ever
saying,
since then,
oh, sorry. You can say.
well, ever since then, I was just like, nah. So when I saw Batman v Superman, I had very low expectations, and I already knew the plot. I'm being honest right now. I knew exactly what was going to happen, so when I saw everything happen and unfold, I wasn't surprised. I was just like, hey, I predicted all of this, but then I hated the way they butchered the characters, all of that stuff, so yada yada. And with Suicide Squad, we got actually into a talk about this yesterday, but they were basically saying, hey, because of the costumes looking like, but I'm not gonna go see this movie. There's actual people not going to see this movie because they don't like the way the characters look.
And it's mainly
I'm not interested.
Yeah, and it's mainly coming from people that don't sit down and actually read the comics, nor do they actually sit down and not even get the comics, like watch the animated series or try to at least understand the characters.
Because I fully understand every single one of those characters. Well, some of them, I mean, they got Captain Boomerang. I don't care about him. I don't really know that much about Katana.
I don't even remember what villain who he is a villain to. So that
he was kind of. I think he was kind of a sort of villain of Batman.
I thought he was a Flash villain. Might be a Flash. I don't know.
We don't see. That's how you know we don't know anything about Captain Boomerang. He's just there. Nobody cares about him. And then I find it amazing that they got the one actor I don't care about to play as that one villain I don't care about.
The Enchantress.
Jai Courtney.
What I have to say on the matter is that you know, I kind of agree with you on the Zack Snyder point, because the only movie I really enjoyed, there's only two, and that's 300, as you said, and I actually did enjoy Sucker Punch to some degree, because like Zack Snyder is more of a visual director than he is, you know, making a good movie director.
Yeah, because he's good when it comes to making things look cool, but when it actually comes to storytelling and all of that,
it's terrible.
It's not that wonderful. I mean,
with Man of Steel, he fucked up that granular.
I don't know how you can mess up the visual that, because this movie had a big budget, so the fact that they somehow kind of got messed over with the effects and all that, I was really surprised. So I'm just like, how do you do that? But going back to Suicide Squad,
yeah,
the thing that I like about it, or just like, it at least has personality.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of sad that your villain characters are possibly gonna have a better movie than your villain. I said your, oh god, your movie with all the villains in it. It's probably gonna be better than the one with the two most iconic heroes
of
of
all
like all
time.
time. So it's
The
like,
first few heroes as well.
yes, and it's just like I don't know how you do that, but really, with me, I wanted to say that it doesn't matter about appearance for any of the characters. Well, it kind of does,
Yeah.
because I remember they was okay. One of the people in our group, they were like, "Oh, well, Harley Quinn, she doesn't have, the
He basically said she didn't have tits.
basically." But that's not something that really matters.
Yeah.
And I think you said she didn't have an accent,
No, I
but to
didn't
me, I
say she
kind of
didn't
find
have
it
an
weird because
accent. I
it's the
said
same.
that like it was hard getting the accent, but you can hear some of it. Like if you look
But
back
if
at
you've
one of the,
seen Wolf of Wall Street, she has an accent.
yeah, I've seen most of it now. Thanks
That's
to
something
you
that kind
because
of
of
weirded.
very special scene you told me about, but we're not gonna say that on camera. There are children watching. When
But um, it's just I kind of found it kind of weird, not weird, but like kind of strange that she has an accent in one movie, but then with this movie, her character is supposed to have an accent, but she
she
doesn't
has
have.
somewhat of an accent, cause like
I
if
mean, yeah, a slight one.
yeah, like you can hear when she stole that little thing there, like you were crazy. She was like, we're bad guys. You can hear some of it, but not a
That's
lot.
just all the first.
But then again, we haven't even seen the full out movie. We're just here trying to like, because there are so many people out there who are just saying, "Oh well, this is wrong with it, and this is wrong with it," not knowing what it's gonna be. So you want to kind of touch up on some of the things people have said.
Joker. I mean, this is going back to the appearances
Yeah,
and
this
all
is
the
the
costumes
first
and
one.
stuff, and I know there's like when I first saw it, I was kind of like, what is this? Kind of looks kind of not creepy, like he looks scary. Like at
I mean,
first, I didn't like the way he looked. I was like, ugh, what
yeah,
the
I have
heck?
to warm up to it, and I'm still
But
not completely sold. But at the same
then
time, like you gotta act.
then with me, I soon realized that that's kind of what the Joker is. He's supposed to look insane. Like if you were to compare this Joker with Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson, like the way they looked. I mean, yes, Jack Nicholson, he looks like a regular clown, and Heath Ledger, he has like on makeup to cover up like the scar on his mouth and all that. But with this one, I think I'd be scared of Jared Leto the most
Yeah.
because he actually looks insane. So I think that's something that I got right. Um, and then let me see, what's another one they were talking about?
Wait, can I touch up a little bit on the Joker one?
Go on, go for it.
My one thing with the Joker, I can say is that they modernized him kind of, cause let's
Yeah.
face it, this whole DC universe that Zack Snyder basically made is to show more of a realistic tone. And no, you're not supposed to do that with superhero movies. And I know not a lot of movies do this, but it's like you could kind of give him some credit. Not Zack Snyder, but the guy who did what he had to work with. He kind of was like, well, let me at least modernize him to the point to where he'll look like a modern day crazy person. Because with the tattoos and all that, you can see like that's a modern crazy person, or what would be assumed of that. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on that matter. Win, win, win.
But they kind of interrupted me. But what I was trying to say was that I can see what you mean by modernize it. Now, yes, I'm fully aware the Joker looks like he he looks like he's in a band. Like he looks too edgy for me, but really, with him, I'm just like, okay, you did all of this stuff. He was so open about everything that he did. He sent a live mouse to Margot Robbie. He sent bullets to Will Smith. What was another thing he did? Apparently, he
You said he sounded like a dead animal.
he got a guy to plop a dead pig on their rehearsal table, and a couple other things. Apparently, he was watching like a lot of videos involving violence and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so you've done all of this. You've done all this. You've done all of this as a promotion for your character. Cool. I see what you're doing. Method acting, I guess. I don't know. But then you compare it with Heath Ledger. I mean, he just locked himself in a hotel for a couple of days, probably slowly losing his mind. Now, as long as Joker actually manages to be good, he doesn't have to be better than Heath Ledger. That's something he's gonna have to live up to, because everyone's gonna be comparing him to that, which is really something you just can't do. You know, I mean, when you think about it, Heath Ledger, he really did his own thing with the Joker. Now, if Jared Leto has any improvised scenes, I'm like, hey, that's cool, but Heath Ledger made the Joker his own. He really kind of sort of created what the Joker was in there, you know?
Yeah.
And
he made Joker his own character.
Jared Leto can do something like that, I think he has a chance. Now, going on to appearances again, Killer Croc, apparently a lot of people have, well, not a lot of people, really that one guy who was in our group had a problem with him. And he was like, oh, well, he looks ugly. And I'm like, Killer Croc isn't supposed to look beautiful.
Yeah, he's not supposed to look like fucking Brad Pitt.
He was never supposed to look like Jesus himself. He was always supposed to look ugly. Now, apparently, they were supposed to be getting, it's King Shark originally. He was going to be like a huge CGI character.
I feel like
what they were going to do with Killer Croc, but then they decided to go with more like a form to really make him look mutated. And I think decisions like that, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, you gotta agree with that.
You know?
Because we did talk, me and you did talk about more realistic decisions when we did have a discussion about this. I believe I had argued about Harley Quinn's hammer not being in there. You're like, well, she's using a baseball bat, and that's similar to it.
Because you can't just, I don't see someone using a hammer to really be right, you know?
Yeah.
Like someone running around with a big hammer trying to smack someone, like monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, to me, it just doesn't seem, it just doesn't really seem that, like, realistic. Now, I know in the comics they can do that. They can pull that off, because you can pull off so many, like, things in comics that you can't pull off.
Because it's animated and exaggerated. You said that yourself.
And what a lot of people were saying about Harley Quinn, saying, oh, well, she doesn't have the accent, she doesn't look like, what was it, she doesn't have, like, a body or some whatever they were saying, and all that, and I'm just like, hey, that's exaggerated. I'm sorry, those are cartoon characters. I'm pretty sure, like,
bad thing is they bring up the example of, this bad thing is they brought up the example of the Arkham games, and I'm like, you know that's virtual reality, nigga.
I mean, yes, I know, like, I'm fully aware that they based what she looked like off of Tara Strong, but at the same time, still exaggerated.
Yeah.
Right now, you can't really look like that. Like, that goes for almost everything that's fictional.
The perfect example I can give this to, and this is going from Marvel, was Scarlet Witch. Like, you have to be a supermodel to wear that, whatever her costume was in the comic. But they gave her,
gave her something that would actually be kind of sort of realistic, because you can't. There's also a lot of people are going to complain about the costume, saying, "Oh, I don't like the way it looks. It looks weird," you know.
The bad thing
about anything, they'll ask for a certain character to wear a certain costume. Then when a person actually gives them that costume, then all of a sudden it's a problem, you know.
Yeah.
Like if Superman, people have asked for Superman to wear like underwear over his.
That's not even how he's portrayed in the New 52 as well, that's what pisses me off.
And then if they would actually do that, people are like, well, no, it looks ridiculous, and it's just like, people really can't make up their mind when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.
And that's something I just will never get. But with Suicide Squad, I think if they can get the characters correct, which has always mattered. I mean, I know Deadshot doesn't have much of a character. I know Captain Boomerang, no one cares about him. I know there's a couple characters out there that don't really matter. But if they can actually, from the looks of it, it seems as if the characters have charisma. From what I'm hearing so far, based upon like a few reviews, is that it's actually a pretty decent movie. Right. So,
but that's pretty much it for you.
Yeah, and the fact that they have comedy and all that. And I know Justice League is trying that out now, but
little too late, don't you think?
Yeah, it's too late to the point, because like you had two movies. You had one chance, you messed it up, and you had the other chance, and you messed it up. And really, I mean, I personally, I'm gonna be honest, I thought Man of Steel was decent, but I'm fully aware that it is bad. You know, I'm
Yeah.
fully aware because it's good in the action sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But then you actually take time to think about it, and you're like, they should have
They should
fleshed
have
him out
done
a little
more.
bit more
Yeah,
because
they've.
the movie itself, I mean, is what we all wanted in a Superman movie, but his
Not like
personality
this.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
and that was the problem. And that's the problem with a lot of things going
It's
on with
like you
DC
kind of
now.
gave, in my opinion, you kind of gave Batman, you kind of gave Superman Batman personality, and you kind of gave Batman Superman personality.
I mean, yeah.
But all I have to
And
say to really end this off is guys, still support this movie because to be honest, it is doing something really really different. It's not standing in the same little superhero thing. Heck, we're seeing a villain team up that's gonna probably do a lot better than most superhero team ups have for this company. And Warner Brothers are just trying their shit out, and it's actually looking pretty decent.
and the fact that they're actually listening. Well, Ben Affleck is listening, not Zack Snyder. He doesn't even understand
Yeah.
half of the things that really go on. He's just like, oh, all right, so we'll just show Steppenwolf in this movie, and then we'll have them reference Darkseid. I said Darkseid. Yeah, we'll have them reference Darkseid a little bit.
Yeah.
For a second I was about to say Apocalypse, and I was like, nope, because I'm aware that Apocalypse is like the planet they're on. And I'm like, oh, big guys, Thanos, Darkseid, all of them, they were kind of all alike. But really, with me, I'm like, I'm still gonna go ahead and see this movie. It looks like it's gonna be like kind of fun, I guess. It looks like a Marvel movie in a sense.
Yeah.
But like, if the movie is bad,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a couple more chances.
Yeah.
I'm actually willing to give DC a lot more chances than.
No, here I'll make it even better. We'll group review it whenever we both see it. How about that?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Cause yeah, cause me and you kind of getting this out, and all I have to say is again, I'm not gonna lie, I have taken the L for defending some movie that needed the defense. You already know which one it is.
Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
I tried defending Amazing Spider-Man 2, then I realized I couldn't defend that one. I really couldn't, because I was like, oh, okay, it seems as if it might be decent. I didn't know how to really feel about
You know how
Spider-Man
bad
at
it.
first.
Yeah, you know how
'Cause I
bad
was
it
like,
is. You know how bad it is being a young child trying to defend X-Men Origins Wolverine.
you can't defend that. I
Mm-mm.
can't even defend that.
Because people bring up that Baraka pool and then you looking bad. But all I gotta say.
I just can't handle no mouth. Baraka. What else was something that I said he looked like? I thought the cancer patient. There we go.
This man looked like the monsters from Gears of War.
I can't.
I just had to say that. But guys, well, you're already on my channel, but go check out windlighthub's channel. Currently, he doesn't have a laptop, but he's working on it, and uploads will be continuing on there.
Getting to that point, really. I'm making progress. So in a second, if you guys start seeing me upload, that means I'm
So uploads are back going. He's gonna get the uploads back going.
Now, it's gonna be from a span of from now to December. So I'm definitely gonna come back next year, obviously on YouTube. Hopefully be back during that time. But
yeah.
Right now I'm working on getting everything set up, so I'm gonna upload soon enough. And I have a couple projects I actually want to work on. I mean, Phantom can't spoil it. Don't spoil it, please. But
We'll probably
Well,
talk about it
once
next
I
time we
come
get in the
back.
podcast or whatever. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'd like to thank my very special guest, One Light Hub, for joining me on today's discussion video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. When you got any closing statements?
See you later.
All right, peace.
One Light Hub, and I'm signing out.
All right, peace.